Welcome, everyone, to this Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. After this game, the Kings head back out on the road.
And offensively as well as defensively, guys, they've been the better team in their first two meetings. I'm sure they know that a sweep of the season series is a real possibility.
I don't know if you have a coin there, but the other side of it would be that their opponent has been licking its wounds from the first two outings, plotting revenge.
And it's Barnes with the ball for Golden State.
Well, the Warriors returning to San Francisco next season after 48 years in Oakland. That new arena in Mission Bay getting finished up, polished up, fresh paint. It's looking good there. And hopefully it'll be just as rocking as Oracle Arena has been for this many years.
You know, Brent, some wondered whether they'd change their name to the San Francisco Warriors like before. They're going to stick with Golden State.
Yeah, too much history, I think, in Oakland. They don't want to do anything to disturb the fan base. This is the Bay Area's team, and you mentioned it. It does have a history, Kevin, starting off back in San Francisco in the 60s, and they've become a powerhouse. It seems even more fitting to claim the entire state, the Golden State Warriors.
Here's Westbrook following the basketball.
You got your scorecard out, Kevin. That might be a 50. Or are we going 100 or 1,000? Westbrook with a unique combination of power and athleticism.
Pass to Doncic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
And that one, good. Hernan Gomez has got his first 2 points.
I like to see this from Westbrook when he focuses on hitting his guys. It can make the entire team better.
Pass to Nurkic. They get it back. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Sabonis.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
6 to shoot. It's Terry outside. And no good that time. So the Kings will take it the other way. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And that ties it up.
Well, we know Mirotic can shoot and is willing to shoot, but it's also great to see him get inside and find some points in the paint. Well, Mirotic last year, it was the tale of two halves. It was the shaved year versus the unshaved year for him. Great start with the Bulls and played some very good basketball, and then struggled a little bit after the trade to the Pelicans, and then boom, all of a sudden was a huge part after Cousins went down. It was extremely complimentary to the fast pace and stretching out the offense with the three-point ball playing alongside AD.
Here's Doncic. After the basket by Nikola Mirotic. Sinks the triple.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult. And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
They get it again. Pass to Terry. Nurkic. And he lays it straight in. Nurkic has got 7 points in the game.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Now, here's Doncic. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
Now Doncic, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Scooped up. Pass to Doncic. Over Westbrook. Doncic, no good.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got his second bucket of the night.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Barnes up top. Pass to Nurkic. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That is his first foul of the game. Barnes looking around. Here's Terry. Olynyk is covering. Here's Nurkic. And the Warriors miss again.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Lynn's shot is off.
The defense was solid there, smothering him close inside, and that's how you want to guard him. Well, he's left open there for a reason, guys. That's not his shot, and the defense, they know that.
Warriors trail by 3. Here's Mozgov. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And the towering presence of Mozgov, most effective doing damage inside.
And the basket by Olynyk.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Crawford outside. Pass to Scott. Three-pointer. Drills it from outside. Mozgov's got 5 now.
Well, in this day and age, big men shoot more and more three-pointers, and he's fully capable of a triple.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, you feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment. Then you start playing inside out.
Back to Lynn, to the middle. Here's Fareed. Nails the baby hook. Fareed's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Kings. And Kenneth Fareed, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Left side, Lynn. Mozgov with the block.
And the size and length of Mozgov, a big factor. Hard to convert when he's there.
From deep. And Kenneth Fareed pulls it down.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but yet to make another one.
Back to Lynn. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lynn's got the lead up to 4 now for the Kings.
And really respect the confidence of Lynn. His teammates love how he runs these pick-and-roll plays.
Mozgov wide open. He fires. Another miss by Mozgov. Master Olynyk. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The WNBA, the top teams make the playoffs. We know that regardless of what conference. And the early results look good, Brent. Do you ever see that happening in the NBA?
I like the chatter about it. I like the consideration about it. I love the idea of the top 16 teams making the playoffs. But then I think to myself, well, if 12 of those 16 teams are in the Western Conference, then a lot of people are going to be watching something else come playoff time. So
travel just makes it prohibitive.
Not just the travel, Kevin, but the idea that you have these shifts. As we know, the Western Conference has dominated the NBA for at least the last decade, that there just wouldn't be much attention for the playoffs, at least throughout the country, if you did it that way.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Mozgov with the steal. Pass to Scott. And it's Mozgov in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. Now it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
There's Mozgov. Another three for Golden State.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And really, Fareed is just very comfortable from there. He waits for the right opportunity and then seizes the moment.
Pass to Scott. Back to Mozgov. It's Crawford on the wing. And it's Mozgov in the corner. No good on the triple.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
And so Crawford will bring it up for Golden State. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Scott. Some nice passing by Golden State here. To the inside. Mozgov. The shot, no good. The Kings trailing. With the Timberwolves playoff appearance last season, Brent, in 2018, the longest playoff drought in the NBA now held by the Sacramento Kings.
Yep, 12 seasons for the Kings on the outside looking into the playoffs. And in that time, their one-loss record, they've won just 35% of their games. So fans hoping that the Kings can crown off a season by getting themselves into the playoffs.
And how about the aggressive side of Mozgov? Benefits the team when he's that energized.
It's good. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Pass to Scott. Inside. Here's Mozgov. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Kings going the other way now. Here's Mirotic. And Mirotic throws it down.
Well, Mirotic tonight showing us he's not just a shooter. It helps whenever Mirotic looks to attack on the bounce.
Mozgov with the bucket. Mozgov's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Mirotic really feeling it now in a great rhythm and capable of staying on fire.
To the middle, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. "17 seconds left to play in the first half. Over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Nurkic. Over Monroe. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Nurkic has got 9 points.
Well, the defense did a fine job there. Just not good enough. Nurkic, too skilled. Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
Westbrook with the steal. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity.
It's all. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here are the Kings now. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. And that'll be the first of a two-game road trip for it. Monroe outside. Nurkic with the steal. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Pass to Booker. Over Porter. Nice D from Porter. Now here's Doncic. Now here's Barnes. He's covered by Westbrook. Doncic with it. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Yeah, it's hard to hold Nurkic up. As soon as he gets that deep inside, he is more than capable of knocking down shots consistently.
And last season, a very strong rookie campaign, Greg, for OG Anunoby.
You know, the team quickly learned that they could rely on him offensively. And it's rare to have a team trust someone taking 23rd overall that quickly. Surprised a lot of people with how efficient he was on offense right out of the gate. And I think you're going to see him continue to grow in that regard.
Here's Nwaba. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Monroe. The Warriors pull it in.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
Barnes outside. Back to Terry. Nobody near Nurkic. A three-pointer, no good.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. You just can't buy a bucket right now.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Barnes. Golden State moving it around. Back to Nurkic. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Talk about what it means to be a good teammate, Brent. You've played with good ones. You've played with bad ones. I've always thought you were team first when you play.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent. And if you're a starting player, it's one mentality. And if you're somebody that plays off the bench, you have to come to practice every day to push the guy that's in front of you and wait for your opportunity. But most of the time, it's that kind of consistency with which you come to work and the attitude of making sure that I want to make any kind of contribution I can for our team's success. That usually is a pretty good formula for a good teammate.
Aston Nwaba. Here's Arcidiacono. To the paint. Here's Monroe. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. For Sacramento, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
Well, Monroe is a load down on the post and one of the better offensive big men because of how versatile he is in the game.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Great D that time from Nurkic. And so it's Terry bringing it up for Golden State. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Pass to Mozgov. Right side, Porter. Burks with the steal. Barnes. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Kenneth Faried.
And for a guy who was never drafted, Mozgov has carved out a nice role for himself in our league.
Well, the Kings entering their second full campaign here without DeMarcus Cousins. Did they get equal value in that trade that they made? Probably not. But they have the flexibility, and they've added to this roster with some young talent and see if they can make some combinations here work to escape the mediocrity that they're in.
Pass to Barnes. To the inside. Mozgov. No good that time. So the Kings will take it the other way. He gets it in there. Oh, Linux got his second basket of the game. And the Kings talked about a culture change as they parted ways with Cousins. Brent, do you see it that way?
Well, DeMarcus Cousins was learning and growing. And the interesting thing you go back to is his relationship with Denver Nuggets coach now, Mike Malone. It seemed like they were on a good path, and then a lot of other things happened around this basketball team. So just trying to clear the air, trying to make things fresh and new. They have the new arena. I think that's helping them along. But now it's incumbent on front office to deliver with this clean slate they have in front of them.
Kicks it out to Terry. From beyond the arc.
And nothing fancy really about that play. That's just good old-fashioned hard-nosed basketball to get that one. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
Here's Doncic. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Here's Mozgov. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. So we'll see Nikola Mirotic go to the line here. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
I think Mirotic coming over from Europe has never lacked confidence that he could compete with the best in the world. He's had some good runs here in the early part of his NBA career, and he feels like he can knock things down from anywhere.
Goes back up. Pass to Mozgov. Down low. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Kings ahead as they end the third. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Snell. Crawford looking over the floor. Back to Scott. Crawford outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Mozgov. Got a piece of it.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now. Well, entering the league, Devin Booker really had some troubles on the defensive end. So as much as we talk about offensively him trying to get better, on the defensive end he needs to learn how to be in better positions. Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Here's Mozgov. That three off the mark.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
A nice shot by Booker. And with Booker's defense, Brent, still being a work in progress, the advantage is he is still very young.
Well, the coaches have really simplified the game plan on the defensive end. So you do things like jumping ahead of the screen or pushing down the screen and start to corral guys into areas. That's helping Devin Booker establish some more confidence on the defensive end.
And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Just 3 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And some changes here for the Warriors. Here's Westbrook. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Pass to Sabonis. Tries it from 9. 4 on the clock. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. No good from Booker.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Now, last season's championship round, the 4th straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major 4 sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
Now, here's Doncic. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's his first foul. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. To the middle. Lets it fly. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Brett, next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brett, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast, but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those 2 guys in place.
And so it's Golden State with it. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Pass to Nurkic. Stolen by Monroe.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off. And nicely done, running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
The exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
Well, the one thing the Kings have gotten right, Brent, is this new home arena. It is one of the best in the league.
Well, on warm Sacramento nights, what's really cool about this place is they open it up. So you got the natural airflow. It sneaks in. It feels comfortable here. Something these fans can take a lot of pride in with what they've done in downtown Sacramento.
To the inside. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Just 5 to shoot. And Craig Monroe with the slam.
How about Monroe getting up there on the rim with the strong finish?
Off target from 3-point range. Kings leading now by 9. Pass to Arcidiacono. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at
One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Snell, no good. Kings leading now by 9. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Lynn. Nurkic gets a hand on it.
Is this basketball or volleyball? Nurkic with the spike.
Here's Lynn. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Good on the three-point shot.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personnel. Comes up with the goods on that one.
Here's Arcidiacono. Pocket 6. That one goes. Count it. And they're desperately trying to get this game back within reach.
And with very little time to spare.
A 3 from Barnes. The rebound by Arcidiacono. Pass to Lynn. Porter with a block. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. The kick out to Westbrook. From deep. That one no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Porter, no luck. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Hernangomez goes back up for 3. Booker. That one doesn't go. Pass to Nurkic. So the Kings win it. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.